But first, Roger begins with Clint Eastwood's latest movie, Every Which Way But Loose.
Too loose might be the problem here, Gene. This movie has the usual Clint Eastwood violence and humor, but it goes soft around the edges and it just doesn't work. Every Which Way But Loose is a pleasantly goofy comedy where Eastwood hits the road with an orangutan sidekick named Clyde. Now, here's a scene from early in the film with Clyde and Ruth Gordon, who plays Eastwood's mother. Two great actors. Eastwood and Clyde become great friends and drink a lot of beer together, and one of the movie's funniest scenes, Eastwood gets Clyde fixed up by smuggling him into the female orangutan cage at the zoo. I wonder if his date that night was named Bonnie. Famous movie couples. Anyway, Eastwood also gets involved in a feud with a motorcycle gang, and here he is in his pickup truck with Clyde. Now, the guys he's chasing are gang members, and they get a free car wash without even filling up their tanks. Of course, they're pretty well tanked up already. Not one of the great comic scenes in movie history. Clint Eastwood fans will probably like the fight scenes in this movie, though. They make Eastwood's punches sound like a Naugahyde sofa being slapped with a ping-pong paddle. But the movie doesn't really hold together. It's a disjointed, uneven comedy that keeps on losing its way. Every Which Way But Loose, it's just too loose and not up to Clint Eastwood's usual standards.
It sure is uneven, and I think those two clips really show the strength and the weakness of the film. I would have loved the picture if it had been just about Eastwood with that ape. I mean, it's a great movie couple, and doesn't that say something about what it takes to be an actress? I mean, it's very good. But then, as you said, we get that gang, and it's a bunch of 50-year-old men who look like they belong in a bowling alley, not on motorcycle bikes. I can't understand it.
I think Clyde is an actor, by the way, Gene, but I do agree with you. They have a wonderful on-screen rapport, especially when they're kissing. I think Clint Eastwood has been quoted as saying that Clyde is a very warm simian.
Well, it's a real ape. I mean, you don't want to confuse anybody, but I don't know. Do you know why he puts in those strange comedy stuff that really is beneath him?
He's strongest. I've always been a big fan of his in the stuff like Dirty Harry and The Gauntlet,
yes,
which is the straight action stuff. I think when he gets into a comedy, maybe he relaxes too much. He lets down a little, lets stuff in that wouldn't be up to his usual action standards.
Both Roger and I thought Clint Eastwood's Every Which Way But Loose, rated PG, had more dumb moments than funny ones. We can't recommend you see it. That's why there's a no next to both of our names.